Hello people, I'm Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hello.
We're going to look at the trailer for PadMan, starring Akshay Kumar, Sonam Kapoor, and Radhika Apte. This comes out on January 26th, 2018, so keep that in your calendars if you love this trailer. Let's check this out.
Oh.
अमेरिका के पास सुपरमैन है,
All right.
बैटमैन है, स्पाइडरमैन है, लेकिन इंडिया के पास पैडमैन है।
PadMan!
What? Oh, they were being like... Oh, he's writing it.
I'm mad, but mad only becoming famous.
They were being very literal with that PadMan thing. I had no idea.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, Akshay Kumar is a badass. Like, he used to do martial arts movies more.
Strong man, not making country strong.
He did a film. The first Indian film I saw was his. He did a martial arts movie. Chowdy Chalk to China or something.
Mother strong, sister strong, then country strong.
Huh.
Yes, empower your women and then the country. What's he do? I still don't get
Oh,
this.
pads! Hello!
Oh,
For your period.
Gotcha. But he was wearing it. Oh, is he wearing
He's
it?
trying it out.
वचन निभा रहा था।
हम औरतों के लिए बीमारी से मरना शर्म के साथ जीने से बेहतर है।
शर्म को पकड़ के बीमारी के नाले में गिर जाओ सब।
Okay.
Now I get it. Okay.
पैडमैन उड़ना छोड़ के धरती पे क्या कर रहे हैं?
What's he?
Wow. He's making pads.
Oh, so he's actually making them
Yeah.
himself. Okay. That's why he's the PadMan.
Yeah. Hello.
Jaby is slow today. It's 1 in the morning. Okay.
Get with the program.
But IIT study me, giving me award.
Wow.
She gets on board.
Bloody men, half hour man bleeding like woman, they straight dying.
Wow.
I wonder if that's supposed to be a positive moment or a negative moment, where like all his pads are torn up and thrown into the street because people will completely disagree with his position. But this is
Do you think that's
interesting.
all the pads destroyed in the street? Sorry. I thought that was just the cotton or whatever that was going to be made into the pads.
I was just asking a question. I didn't know if it was positive or negative. I was just curious. Now, the thing that stands out to me, which is very, very interesting, is how Akshay Kumar has taken on these roles that are very, very strong message movies.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to see it, but Toilet, or Ek the Toilet?
Ek Prem Kata toilet.
Ek-
Toilet Ek Prem Kata.
I was just trying to piece together words. Y'all gotta commend me for trying.
I think.
Ek the Toilet. Kahani Toilet. That's what that is. So, yeah, anyway, you get what I'm saying. So, I like that he's doing this.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, and forgive me if this is, like, tacky to say, but it reminds me of Amir Khan, because Amir Khan tends to go for message-driven movies. The only film that we saw in theaters with Akshay Kumar was Rustam, which wasn't a message-driven film, but since Rustam, every trailer I've seen of his, well, not every, but a number of trailers I've seen of his seem to be message-driven somehow. This is a very strong message.
It's about women's liberation, basically.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
Because in the past, before the advent of sanitary pads and tampons and all that, you know, as a woman, when you had your menstruation, you were considered unclean, you couldn't do certain things, you didn't have your freedom.
Right, I think-
Sometimes you couldn't even go to places of worship and stuff like that, so you were really ostracized.
Well, I was gonna say, you're not allowed, I thought in certain religions, you're not even allowed to see a man during that time or something like that. The thing that you're talking about religion is actually probably what I was thinking about, where you're not allowed to do prayers and whatnot at the temple because you're considered unclean, even though, like, that's just your...
Or even just going about your daily life, and it's extremely unsanitary. If, you know, like in the past, women might be, you know, trying to stop the flow with leaves or whatever. Like, it's not clean.
Right.
So you could just make yourself sick. And I find it really commendable that this man took it upon himself to bring that to women in India.
So I'm looking at Google right now. Akshay Kumar, one of the biggest names in Bollywood, will play the lead role in PadMan, a movie inspired by the true story of a man who invented a low-cost device to make sanitary pads for women and girls in his village. I think this is awesome.
Yeah.
And this is definitely a story worth telling, because this guy truly is a hero.
Yeah.
To compare him to Superman Superman and Batman actually make sense. It sounds like a joke, but in terms of the level of impact that those characters have on our culture, he actually had that impact on his culture, his society, his local area, his village. He had a very strong impact, and it takes a very bold person to push about a change like that, to try to lead that kind of change. It's scary. Like, everyone will be against you for trying to do something different, despite you knowing that that is a better way to do things.
And I just feel like he's so commendable because he was thinking outside the box and doing something extremely different in order to make life better for women and girls in his village. And you think, well, that's really weird because he's a man. Why would he care? That's not something that his body goes through. It's not something that he's affected by. I'm so impressed by his level of empathy.
Okay.
You know, for women and caring enough to actually make that happen.
Well, let's talk about the fact that Akshay Kumar is leading that story.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I agree with you 100%. That is awesome that guy did that. But now to translate that into a film, it takes a certain actor to be bold enough to take that story to the silver screen to go, I think this story is worth telling. Yes, there are producers and directors and whatever involved, but someone has to lead that role. Someone is the face of that role. And the fact that Akshay Kumar is doing that, I think is awesome and commendable. I think that's great. Everybody involved, I think that's great. To be the producers or director or whatever involved in wanting to tell that story, but most especially like the main actor, I'm just like, that's really cool that you decided to do that. You're the first one that is going to take the blame for a lot of that stuff if people disagree with it, I think. You know?
That's bold. And to call it PadMan as well. Like, it's so on the nose. Yeah. It's like, PadMan, but he is the PadMan.
That is the perfect name for it.
And it's awesome because it's something that we totally take for granted, you know? It's like, oh, I never thought about where they came from. I was just like, oh, I just use them. You know, but how much better has that made my life? How much more value is he offering these women in their lives?
Let's all think about how much better that's made ACHARA's life. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out ACHARA KIRK on the social media.
Talk about pads and how much value that's added to my life. I feel very strongly about this, people. Pads, PadMan.
You're the one who said it. All I did was yes, and you. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. No, but like, even though we're like laughing and joking right now, I legitimately feel strongly about this film, that in a positive way. I think that this is great, and I would love to watch it and support it with my dollar, with my money. I would vote with my money to watch this. So, you know. I'm Jaby Koay, this is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.